Hi all, Darren Ansborough from DA Components. I haven't done a video in a long while, or a short while, but because I've been so busy setting up a trade counter for all you lovely window cleaners. So I've been requested for this video to talk about what would you buy for if you were doing gutter cleaning, PVC cleaning. And most people know me, I like gutter cleaning and I like PVC cleaning, so I still do the odd one or two for friends and family and that, so it keeps me hand in there. So I'm just going to talk about what I think is the best to use for getting into the industry. So first of all, it would be a gutter vac. Now the Panther, I just think that's absolutely fantastic. It comes with obviously carbon fibre poles, or you can have the aluminium poles, but I prefer the carbon poles and the clamped poles as well. So yeah, that would be the domestic introduction for the gutter vac. And then you would need a pole to clean the actual fascias with. This is a Cleanlynk pole, and on the end of the pole I've got the edge range brush with some fan jets fitted in there, so to give the PVC that bit of oomph for when you're cleaning. So then we come to a backpack. Now, I did a job recently where it wasn't that mucky, so I just used good old washing up liquid, believe it or not, from Aldi. And we squirted that in there and we filled it up with water from the customer's tap. And that applied it through the actual brush, and then the fan jet agitates it on there with the brush. Now, what I'm going to talk about is the reason why there's a DI bottle here as well. What you might find is, when you do the windows and you haven't got a reach and wash system, there's no reason why you can't just buy a DI bottle, connect it to the customer's tap, and then run that through your polos. I'm just going to show you some connectors that I actually use so it's all interchangeable. So on my pole hose is anti-snag male connector. Now that fits to my backpack, which is a hose lock type connection. So that would be the customer's inlet, so that I can still use the customer's water from the tap. Obviously, bear in mind, make sure we'd ask the permission. And then when you come to clean the windows at the last resort, there's no reason why you can't plug the customer's inlet in there and then just use the DI bottle to polish your windows off, so when you come to actually finish the job. And last but not least, what I normally do is I detail the edge with a 6-inch handy sleeve. I've done various videos on the 6-inch handy sleeve. It's a fantastic product. It's a Velcro sleeve. You can have it in a fixed position like I have, or you can have it on a swivel, and any cloth will just stick to this. So you just push it on, and then you can attach that to a pole and detail the edges where them drips just come down. And then just turn it round and wipe it off like that. So that's how I detail the edges with the 6-inch handy sleeve. So just a quick rundown what we've got here, obviously, is the gutter vac to clean your gutters out with. You put that away, wash it all out, and then you use a pole, which is an anti-spin pole from Cleanlynk I've got there. If you need a pole, I'll put the links in the description. DI bottle, generic type of thing, you can buy them in backpacks. And last but not least, I'm actually going to talk about a little mistake I think I made was buying a ladder. Now, normally I've just used standard double ladders, which go onto the top of your van for the roof rack. But obviously you don't have a roof rack as yet, so I just bought a little ladder which actually slides into the back of the van. Now, you do have the stabilizers on, so I take that off and I slide it in the van. But I just found that it was just, for me, unusual, because I just like the double one, when you just slide it off your van, put it on your van instead of sliding it back into the van. And it was just so hard to use. I mean, there's little lockable levers here, and I know what the lockable levers are for, so the ladders don't move when they're in transit or whatever. But that was my own little mistake, so I'd always advise somebody just to get a double pair of ladders, obviously whatever height you're going at. But and the reason why I still think ladders are coming useful for when you're doing your gutter jobs, that downpipe might have to be taken off, because sometimes the actual guttering could be really clogged. So here we have it. This for me is the introduction level for domestics, and just to get the feel of actually owning a gutter vac system. But just to get you up and running, I really do think that this Panther machine is absolutely fantastic. It's got the side entry so it cyclones, it spins. And then I actually got the pipe here. I'm just going to talk about the poles. So obviously this is the first section that clips into here, so that holds it onto there, and obviously your hand will be there as well. And then I've got 3 sections out here because the job I'm at today, it'll only need 3. So I just want to talk about, you can get the pushed clamps together, you can push them together to slot in. But I really do think is a game changer is the actual clamp, the pole clamp system. So you push a section inside there, and then obviously you clamp it over. I really do think that's the way forward, in my honest opinion. Reason being is, if you have the pushed sections, you could get stuck on a job, and it might get stuck, it might not, but I always advise people to get the clamp section of poles, and also a carbon fibre. You can still get the aluminium ones, but you know, I'm getting a bit old. And then to run this machine, if the customer's not in, to run this machine, you could just get the little inverter generator. Now this is absolutely fantastic, it runs sweet as a nut. You put your petrol in at the top, it's got a petrol indicator. Make sure you put the oil in, you have to put the oil in when you first get it. So I've just plugged it into here, and this is what I'm going to use to clean these gutters. Hi guys, Panther in action on the downpipe. Absolutely fantastic. Running off the generator. It's Panther. Brilliant. So there we have it, and I hope you found the video interesting, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot, Darren from DA Components.